The Canes are back in the playoffs. Local youth hockey is expanding and adding more teams per age group. Our own Ice Pack is coming off of an ACC championship. Hockey has been growing in North Carolina, and that's including women's hockey. Recently, students here at NC State have been working to establish a women's ice hockey team. I'm Veronica Heil with PackTV and Vice President of that club, here to give you all the behind-the-scenes details. This isn't actually the first time that a women's hockey team got started here. There was a team years ago, but it unfortunately didn't stay long. This time around, we hope to make the team stick so that there can be a program for years to come. I talked with Emily Peterson, president of the club, to get her account on how we have started to make that happen.
So we started working on putting the team together in December, and we went public on Twitter with the idea in May. And ever since, we've been working hard to gain support and become official at the school so we can get things rolling and get our season started. The support from the local hockey community has been overwhelming. We've had a ton of people reach out, a ton of people say how excited they are and how much this means to them and how much they want this to thrive in this community.
Because ice time is in short supply for the team right now, practices are starting up after fall break. So in the meantime, I caught up with some of the other players to get their input on the new team and upcoming inaugural season. So, if this team had been around when you were a freshman, would you have joined it?
For sure. I think I would have loved the opportunity to get out and get active and just spend time on the ice.
All right, so and what are you looking forward to most this season?
I'm really excited about learning more about the game of hockey and getting closer to the girls on the team.
Thank you. So, could you tell me the story of how you started playing hockey?
I started playing hockey when I was 14, so I started pretty late. I had tried a bunch of other sports. I tried like basketball, horseback riding, gymnastics, ballet for like a week, and none of them inspired passion in me. Like, I couldn't really get into them. I didn't like the pace of them. They were too slow. And then I started watching Canes games, and I was like, that's the sport I want to play. So, I was 14, and I decided I want to learn how to skate. Was in a learn how to skate class with like 7 and 8-year-olds, so it was a little adjustment. I was like the oldest one in the class. I felt awkward, but then everything from there has been awesome. I've never lost any interest in hockey. I've always been passionate about the game, and that's the story of how I started.
That's pretty good. So with all that passion that you have, what are you most looking forward to, like here at State while you play?
I'm just looking forward to like growing the game for the girls around here. It's grown so much since I started playing hockey. When I started, we had a couple girls teams in the state, like the entire state playing hockey. So seeing how it's grown, we have so many girls teams now and so many more girls interested in the sport. I think it's just the next step that North Carolina needs to take, introducing a collegiate team, whether it be Division III or club team to the state, and hopefully inspiring other schools to start their own club teams so we can get a really competitive division going in the Southeast.
Thank you. What convinced you to join the team with your limited experience?
So this isn't the first sport that Emily Peterson has convinced me to play when I had zero experience. In high school, we went to the same high school together, and she convinced me to try playing lacrosse, even though I had zero experience with that. And I turned out to really love it, and it was a really awesome experience to meet new people and become involved with a really awesome program and also challenge myself at the same time. And so I'm looking forward to doing the same thing with hockey.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Emily Peterson's pretty persuasive. So what are you most looking forward to in this season? Like, what do you personally want to get out of it?
I definitely want to grow. I'm always really excited to try new things, and I've kind of grown up around hockey a little bit. I have a little experience skating, but not really, so I'm interested to really challenge myself to develop those skills, and also be a part of a program that has a really huge opportunity for growth, and to really watch that progress throughout the season and get involved with the team as a whole.
Okay, thank you. The team is very new this year, with over half the roster having little to no experience on the ice. But as you can tell, no one plans to let that stop them. Morale is high, and the entire roster seems ready to get to work, regardless of whether they've played before. Mike Gazzillo, the head coach of the Ice Pack, is helping coach the team this year and plans to get everyone game ready.
I was really encouraged when I went to the interest meeting. There were a good amount of girls there, and I know that there are other girls that weren't able to make it, and they have some playing experience, and there are some girls that have skating experience, not necessarily hockey experience, and I think that's really a good mix for the program at this point. I think the girls, if they're coming down and we're getting a couple of practices in, maybe a couple of games, I think it'd be good. The girls who can play would be able to mentor some of the other girls, and hopefully the girls that are just getting into it now will be able to kind of continue the program and keep it going.
With fundraising in full swing and practices on the horizon, all the gears are turning on the current season. So it doesn't hurt to start planting the seeds for the future. I had Coach and Emily offer their hopes on what that future might look like.
For the future, I would like to see the team become a full-fledged club team and be able to play at the ACHA with some of the other women's teams. I'd like to see them be able to be competitive. I think that we have a really good shot at it considering the size of our student body. And I think the support for the men's team is strong, and I know the guys do support having a women's team. So I think down the future, I think girls that are playing youth hockey in the area now should be able to look to NC State for an opportunity to play college hockey.
So the plan for the future is to become an official club at NC State. And so we'll compete at similar levels of other club sports at the school. The men are in the ACHA, and we look to eventually get into that same association and play on a larger regional national scale as well.
The future looks bright, and everyone involved is certainly very excited for this first year of women's hockey. Our goals are set, and we're ready to put in the work to score them. All we need now is your support. You can support us currently by donating to our GoFundMe or purchasing one of our t-shirts. You can find both of those links in any of our social media bios. In the future, you can also support us by attending our games. Follow our social media accounts for more up-to-date information on the game schedule and other ways to support the team. We're at NC State W Hockey on Twitter and Instagram, and you can search NC State W Hockey on Facebook. I'm Veronica Heil, bringing you into the pack.